Hey guys. Okay, so a lot has been coming up around breaking through old programming in regard to being able to keep ourselves in a uplifted present space. So this is not being in a space of denial and that, oh, nothing's happening, everything's great. No, it's more accountability for living in the heart more so than the head, and allowing the head to assist at times, but being fully heart centered. So when we're heart centered, we actually are able to live in presence and receive the gifts of presence, which are the downloads, the inspiration, the clarity, the awareness, the knowing how to and when move forward next. So if we follow the stirrings of the heart, we are taken to where we need to go. But the head wants to manipulate and create these stories and think that it knows best and it knows the divine order of things. And if we don't listen and if we aren't prepared, we're never going to get there. What is meant for you isn't going to miss you, but you're not going to put yourself in the space if you can't surrender enough to live in the heart. And then what comes with living in the heart is getting out of your way with the lack of consistency and the blockages that keep you in a space of stagnancy. And then the stagnancy feeds into the mental chatter and stirrings and fear. Something that really helps keep us in presence as well and rooted into the acceptance of now is being more mindful of what you're grateful for. Like last night, I was cutting vegetables on this huge wood cutting board. And one of the things I wrote down in my gratitude journal was, I'm so grateful that I have access to a beautiful cutting board. It's the things like that continually attract more abundance into our lives, because the more we are grateful for, the more we then in turn to have be grateful for. You know what I'm saying? So if we can live in that space of recognition and awareness and immersion in the present of experiencing the little treasures as they are presented to us, the more we're actually able to sit into them and soften into the gratitude. And softening into the gratitude brings us into the now. So we are these computers and we run these programs, many of them not our own. These are either societal or generational or picked up from others that we have close relationships with. View the codependency video. Because it is easy for us to pick up on things that are not our own, and then they get embedded into our programming, our systems, and then we're running out these programs. And a lot of these programs that are now coming up, we have had for lifetimes, and oftentimes around self-sabotaging in a big way. And that is something like when we hear sometimes we're like, oh, I'm not self-sabotaging. And then we think about it. Why won't we show up to just do the little things? Why won't we do 20 minutes of a workout? Why won't we eat a little more clean? Why won't we consistently put our work into the world, show up and write, show up and paint, show up and do the things that our heart is calling us to do? Self-sabotage. And then as we continue to do more and more of that, we chip away at our confidence more and more. And then the more that we show up in presence, in heart-centeredness, in gratitude, in willingness to do these things, the more momentum we gain. And of course we need to rest. Of course we need to take a pause. I think a pause is one of the most divine things that we can do. But thematically, what has been arising, especially with this Capricorn Cancer moon axis, in Cancer season currently, is the need for balancing the masculine and feminine, and knowing that we can't have one without the other and have a full, rich experience, but we have to be willing to show up consistently in the masculine in order for the feminine to be able to be its free, divine, fluid essence. And yeah, there's also something coming up right now, like the continual stripping of layers around the story that we have had about what our life is supposed to look like. I don't know what split has happened, but we're being led pretty quickly towards the lives that our soul signed up to live, not the ones that our egos have been trying to carve out for us. So remember, we have to clear all the space for the new to come before the new arrives. So if you feel like you have a lot of void space in your life right now, trust it. Remove your worth from having pauses, whether it not be the busiest work time of your life or the most focused career thing or like whatever it is, not having your worth tied up in how much or how little you are doing that is seen and validated by the world right now. That's another reason why we go through periods of time where I think a lot of things get stripped away, is so we don't equate our worth to anything other than being who we are. There's a lot of resistance too around the next level of what we have to do, of being more clean, more responsible, more consistent, knowing that we have investments to make in ourselves with both time and effort and finances, that there are oftentimes inner resistance to, and then met with fear, and then validated by scarcity. I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't know how that's going to happen. All of these things play out. So these are the programs, these are the loops. These are the things that we are needing to identify, pull out by the root, and clear in order for the space to be created, in order for you to take the leap to do what you need to do for your new self, your new life, your aligned existence to be able to open up. You always have access to alignment in the heart space, in the present. It's not something that you have to go pining after. It is continuously and consistently moving yourself to this present moment. And with the perspective shift, it can happen in a moment, but it has to be sustained through discipline. Discipline with your thoughts and your actions and your ability and willingness to pull yourself out of the spirals and loops that the mind likes to take us into. Okay, so I think you know what you need to do. And sometimes we only know that we need to do like one thing. But then the mind gets involved because it's like, oh, it should be more things. Just master the one thing. And then the next steps will be revealed and you will able to continue from there. One foot in front of the other. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you are trying to do more than what is currently required. So take it easy. You're gonna get there. And let's just set up right now for some intentional clearing and releasing and grounding and bringing it back to now. Okay, so you're either gonna take a seat or you're gonna lay down. And from here, just close your eyes. Just soften the jaw, soften the forehead. You can place your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Relax your face. Soften the front of your throat. Soften your heart space. And let's go pointer finger and thumb together, palms up to call in more energy or palms down to ground. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the space around the heart, fill up the diaphragm, and exhale through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose, filling up the space around the heart, filling up the diaphragm, the lungs. And exhale through the mouth. As you exhale, I want you to feel yourself connecting more either into your seat or into where you're laying. Feel like there are roots coming from either your tailbone space or from the sacrum, the flat part of your back, into the ground. So you're really rooting yourself into the earth here. Keep breathing deep inhales and exhales at your own pace. Okay, and what we're working with right now is clearing the field. So saying, I am healing and clearing my entire field space. I'm repairing any rips, tears, leakages. I'm releasing any distortions, any outdated programming, any energy or frequency that is not my own and not in alignment with my highest and best good. I am releasing any programs, distortions, stories, thought patterns, or beliefs that are keeping me out of alignment from my highest possible timeline. I am releasing any egoic stories around how and why and should. I commit to myself to show up daily, centered in my heart, to fulfill my mission here on earth, and to fulfill my mission to myself. I release any fear, any doubt, any anxiety, any tightness, any desire to go after what someone else has. I return all power back to myself. I return all energy that has been scattered around. I'm sending back any energies, frequencies, attachments that are not my own and not in alignment with my highest and best good. I am ready to receive the next steps. I am ready to act in accordance with the next steps. I am ready to take the leap regardless of how it may scare me or how I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I trust the path laid out for me. I trust each step that I take. I choose to live in total faith. Thank you, God, for all the blessings in my life. Thank you for the abundance. Thank you for catching me every single time. And when you're ready, deep breath in and big exhale. And again, deep breath in and big exhale. And deep breath in and big exhale. Drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Open up the left side of the neck. And inhale. Exhale, chin down towards the chest. Roll over to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Deep breath in. And exhale, chin down towards the chest. Roll over. And deep breath in. Exhale, chin down, roll over. And deep breath in. Exhale, chin down, roll over. Good, coming up through center. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Lean over toward the left. And the right. Ooh. Deep breath in. And exhale, press your palms down towards the ground, regrounding your energy. And let's twist. Let's go right hand behind the back, left hand to the thigh, and look over the shoulder. Big inhale. And exhale, twist a little more deeply. And one more. Big breath in, and exhale, twist a little more. And we're going to switch over to the other side. Right hand to the left thigh, left hand behind the back. Deep breath in. And exhale, twist a little more deeply. And again, deep breath in. And exhale, twist a little more deeply. Good, let's come to center. Hands on the knees, chin to the chest, pull back. Ooh, and then inhale up. Heart open. And exhale back. And inhale up. One more. Exhale back. Inhale up. Nice. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great day and are able to implement these shifts and trust the process and look at the responsibility and whatever steps you have to take and investments you have to make as actually expanding your freedom, not restricting it. Take it easy.